Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Good, you?
I'm doing well.
Was I wrong on meeting time? Is it really 8:30?
So we open it up. We open up the Zoom at 8:30 and just kind of do a discussion. We don't officially start the meeting.
Meeting till 9, huh?
Right.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna chime back in then at 9.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. So I sent you and Becky a text just because I figured one of you guys would be the one to answer that. It's in the opportunities. There's a green teal square that I don't remember seeing before, and it's capital D, capital S.
Yep.
Do you know what that's for?
You were like, maybe 45 minutes early in what I was going to talk about that in the meeting. But what that just means is that those are matched to documents in DocuSign, meaning when you launch that, it's going to put those documents in your DocuSign room automatically.
Okay.
That makes sense?
It'll automatically load them for us. So
Right,
instead
right.
of going and finding the buyer advisory, it's going to be placed in,
Right.
in. Okay, cool.
Exactly. It'll be in your room.
Okay, awesome.
Nothing to be alarmed. Should be better. Should be nicer.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Sure.
See you at 9.
See ya.
Bye.
Awesome. Sure, just grab a seat in here. Thank you. Nice to meet you. How's it going? I'm Chris. Cool. Okay. Nice to meet you.
park up there. That's a very big park.
Yeah, so how's everybody doing today? I think I can see people still trickling on to Zoom land, so I'm not gonna dive directly into it for maybe another 2-3 minutes. What are people seeing out there?
Rain.
The rain, it's wet. That is, I mean, this is the best rainy season we've had in years,
It is,
right?
awesome.
So,
Lots of landscaping opportunities.
yeah.
Joe, what do you say?
I mean, I'm really only following what's on the forums right now. I'm not super deep into any buyers or sellers right now, but we've got a listing that's hanging tight.
Sitting pretty at 730. And not going anywhere. Those buyers have.
Price drops for people who are following that graph line that's now changed, chasing it.
At the very end, I updated about 8 slides of what's happening as of yesterday.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'll go through that.
Yeah. Hey Gamlin, hey Christy, Diane.
Seeing that percent.
Hello.
I know like in my neighborhood, we've had 3 houses that put up a sign and took it down within 10 days of them being up, like just on my street.
So does
So
that mean that they sold or they?
that I'm assuming that they sold. I don't know that they would have never sold. That's fair. That's fair. But just for what I've seen, you know, it's just coming up and taking it right down. So.
We have a lot of home warranties or inspections going on, sorry.
We do, but one thing I noticed, I was talking to one of the guys, is we're seeing more, you know, a couple months ago, it was all the shortened inspection windows, you know, we were seeing, you know, hearing and conversation, 5 days, 7 days. They're mostly the full 10 days now, kind of back to that, so people aren't having to be so aggressive with those offers.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah, I can feel it, like, we're still getting a lot of orders, but it's just not the quick closings like we were having and things like that too. And it's just steady, but it's definitely like slower. I can feel the slowness of, not the slowness of the market, because it's still a great market, but just companies are slower than they were when we had that whole change when there was that low inventory. So right now we're just steady as she goes.
Meeting numbers of transactions.
Yes, numbers of transactions.
Chris, can I take 1 more minute?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes my phone ring? That shit crazy stuff.
Oops.
You're included in that.
I know.
So we had a quote, top producer at a brokerage not far from here, has lit the entire brokerage up. Even had his broker call for a $200 referral check on a rental.
Which just closed.
Yeah, they just moved in.
Yeah,
Yes, like 6 days.
yeah. And I got 2 calls and then I got a call from their broker. Like that, like it had been like 5 months. Okay,
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
someone making a call, right? How many times have I ever had a call for a late check or a received late check from our property management team in 9 years? How many times? 1 this week. That is crazy to me. Okay, that's one extreme. Second extreme is this. Jeff Klein made a cold call on a canceled listing 2+ years ago, and the person answered. A year later, him and Stella got the listing. House been on the market for just over a year. They lowered the price from 8.2 down to 6.9. And they didn't have 1 offer, they had 3, and they got a quick close. They're closing it through this month. Is that not crazy the other way?
Yeah.
Right, okay. The last thing that is out there that is crazy is there is this, we had buyer fatigue and buyer agent fatigue, right? So there's a little breathing room right now. If you looked at the number of population that we have it, almost 5 million in metro, and we have just over 5,000 listings, you would say that is insane. But because we dipped all the way down to sub 3,000, it feels like we're excited. Nobody wants to catch falling glass. We're past that. So now this is like breathing room. And you're talking about that, longer inspection periods, things like that. And so there's a calmness where, as you just said, our market can handle 25,000 listings anytime. And today we have 5,200 listings. You would say that's crazy? That's calmness. Chris, take us away.
It's all about perspective, isn't it?
Take us away. Hey, thanks for being here.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna dive in. So welcome, everybody out there online, everybody here. We have a pretty good mix today. KW is pretty big on mission, vision, values, beliefs, and all of our what drives us. So I like to start this meeting off by going through who we are as KW, and this is our mission statement. So somebody read this. Could any volunteer just let it out? Go.
To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
Awesome. And to all those out there in Zoom line, I know you're muted, but you can yell it out, scream it, because you're probably in your car and nobody else is listening. We are to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. That's our vision, right? So that's our kind of infinite game vision style there. Our values. This is important. God, family, then business, right? So establish ourselves, our spirituality, then business helps drive all of that. Our belief system. We're going to go down these one by one because this is significant. So
Win-win or no deal?
win-win or no deal. Next.
Do the right thing.
What did it start with?
Integrity.
Integrity. Do the right thing. Next.
Customers always come first.
Good. Next.
Remember all things.
Good. Next.
Communication is first to understand.
Yes. Go.
Creativity, ideas before results.
Excellent. Next.
Trust starts with honesty.
We skipped one, but yes.
Teamwork.
Teamwork, sorry.
Everyone cheats more.
There we go. Next.
Equity, opportunities for all.
And the last one.
Success results through people.
Not around them. Excellent. So each one of these could be broken down and talked about for an hour, right? Just.
Chris, could you turn on the screen share, please?
Oh, am I not screen sharing?
We get to see all your lovely faces this morning.
Oh, man. I'm awfully sorry.
Thank you.
Eliza, is that you?
That is a
Good
lot.
morning, all. Yes.
Did you see McLean's beard?
I see Mr. Colton Dooley back there. How's it going, dude?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good morning.
Morning.
Is that better, guys? Everybody see my screen now?
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
apologize.
Maybe next month we can start with
No, we're not doing, there's a hand dance that goes with this. We're not doing the hand dance. Not at all. Anybody have, well, now this is good. So the next, I need to get. There we go. This is our. Our perspective. A technology company that provides a real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. So that's Keller Williams. Notice that's not, Keller Williams is not a real estate company. Keller Williams is a technology company. And they provide that platform. The word platform is a big word there. That is a device in which everything else is built on top of, right? So your agent platform, your referral network stuff, our lending, our offers, all of that kind of stuff is all built on this platform. And that's what they've created. This next part is just a little bit more detail into it. Thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, focuses all activities on service, productivity, and profitability. So we purposefully run our business like a business, right? That's what we want. Let's dive into this. So let's get some energy here because this is feeling flat. All right, happy birthdays, August birthdays. Marnie, help me out. If they were born in August, what are they likely?
Leo.
A Leo? Any Leos out there right now? Yes, we have a Leo. We have, yes, another one. Awesome. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Nothing.
All right.
They're artistic and emotional.
Oh, artistic and emotional. All right then. Does that ring true?
I guess.
You guess? Yeah, sure. People people wouldn't know it by looking at Joe here in a real estate meeting, but you also play guitar and artistic in that way. That's awesome. So George, Art, Elijah, Suzanne, Jose, Caitlin, Sarah, Megan, Billy, Roseanne. Let's give them all a one big happy birthday on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday! I hope everybody out in Zoom land yelled also. Work anniversary. So the people that have been here and stuck with us. So Ashley, Becky, she was what do you want? Year 4. All right.
Starting off 5.
Barb Huntley, Karen Ingersoll. She's still we have her working hard, right?
Yes.
Excellent. She's back there. She's been here for long. Tam, Denise, Dan Santee, Tim Yokana. Let's give them a big happy anniversary on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy anniversary! Excellent. Now I get a little more energy in here. So everybody's used to talking now, and this is a point we want to fill people's bucket. And everybody in Zoom land, feel free to unmute yourself and just start talking. Who in this last month or last time or what you can think of has done something good you want to talk about?
I would like to shout out Eliza, please.
All right.
Thanks for putting on an absolutely stellar event last Thursday. A lot of fun. It was great to see a lot of different people. It was great to start that open network of KW Young Professionals.
Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so, so much.
Yeah. So that was for Eliza running the KWBP, or not running, but making that happen at the level that it did, which is outstanding. We really shined like no other.
We outshined all those
Oh
other
yeah,
offices.
absolutely. Just
It's
showed them who we
really
were.
true, because I've been to all the other parties.
Yeah. So this was fantastic. So Eliza, that is wholeheartedly in your lap, and we thank you so much for being that leader.
Couldn't have done it without you. I'm grateful.
Absolutely. I want to give a kind of a bucket filled to Amanda Herding. We have a listing, Joe and I have a listing that's not far away. She's close to it. And she kind of raised her hand to hold some open houses and to run by there a few times, and has just done it with no, just like it's her joy, it's her pleasure. She happened to meet the owner, who is a native Spanish speaker. He's not from Spain, but he's from over there. They dove into it and just talked. She's talked to him for hours. So I just bucket fill for Amanda there, because that's what it's about. You show up and then you love it, and that came through. Anybody else?
I
Beth?
have a bucket filled for Marnie.
All
I
right.
just want to really thank you you've been so much help to all of us affiliates. Absolutely. A wonderful, bright spirit and such a great addition to this office. And we so appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody out there in Zoom land who wants to let us know? All right. Well, we can push through, because we do want to limit this to an hour, and I know we have some good stats to get through at the end. So, and anybody name this movie? No, I don't know either.
Over the
Right?
top. Over the top.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's not over the top.
I guess.
That would be over the top of Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I believe this is the Predator.
I'll report back.
I do know that the line he says is been pushing too many pencils. They actually freeze it right there for a second. You can see that Carl Weathers is well built, but Schwarzenegger has a one up. Anyways, on to it. Oh, welcome to the team. So these are new people that joined us this last month. Mars, Deontay, Evelyn, Sarah, Megan, Haley, and Roseanne. Thank you, welcome. They're all in it. They're in our productivity. Most of them are plugged in with productivity with Britt, and they are ready to start making money. That's for sure. Start getting out there and making their business and producing those lives with living. So let's give a big welcome on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome. Awesome. Cappers. These are 2 people that just decided they wanted to keep 100% of their income. So they went ahead and capped. So Linda, Eliza, thank you. I think Linda's back there actually on a coaching call right now. So she's doing great. And Eliza's on Zoom. So congrats, Eliza. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. First listings. Amanda had her first listing. Cindy Sasser, Brian and Sky Thomas. First listing for them was at
3-5.
3-5, not a bad start, not a bad kickoff. Yeah, first closing, Sydney Safford, she listed and closed it, she got it all done right now, that was outstanding. Yeah, 1 month, just rolled that through. Top producers, Eliza, getting to that caps first, 2.6 for 2, Ilya had 2.2, Jessica Plouffe is out there just killing it, West Valley style. Buckeye and all of that is just got her signs all over the place. She's doing great. Teams, this is what we've got going on teams. So McGregor, Santee, Lucido, Integrity Lifestyles. We're doing some work out there, and as much as these are we especially McGregor and Lucido agents try their hardest to be listing focused. We've got a lot of buyers in there, and buyers are a lot of work right now. So getting this kind of volume up there, getting out there buying, takes a lot of work. So these guys are out there doing really, really good stuff. Congrats. New listings. I'm not even gonna attempt to start naming all these, but
It's a lot of listings
a
going.
lot of listings.
We
Looks
want
like
more though.
right. Yeah, we can always get some more. Always good. But Bella Burkhart down in southern Arizona. Everybody know Bella lives in Bisbee, works Sierra Vista, Patagonia, all that kind of stuff, southern Arizona. So if you ever have anybody that's looking for anything out there, she's the one, and she's plugged in. Like she knows this area has this different water source, and this area has these people that are around there. So I mean, she's the one to call and say, what's the area like? This is what I want. And she's got your answer.
And
So
she's just a really cool person.
and she's very cool. She's super sweet, and yes, and she's gonna be a mega game, so even better.
Yeah.
Outstanding. All right, we're gonna dive into the culture award, and Jeff Klein was awesome enough to give it to give it to Terry Workman last month. This is our trophy right here. Terry, you can come. When I joined the office, the managing broker's name was Jerry Valentine, and while he was managing broker, we realized we wanted an award that went from agent to agent every month, right? That it wasn't based on stats or on leadership or anything like that. Choosing it was the agents realizing other agents that kind of exemplified the culture. We kind of went through some of the terms and things like that define that, but also just the culture of KWBP. And so it was the culture award, and Jerry Valentine. We awarded Jerry with that award a couple of times at least, because he was just outstanding. And then he unfortunately passed away. And from then on, we decided this should be the Valentine Culture Award, because he embodied our culture at a high level. And passing this agent to agent. So this is something that nobody has any involvement of who it is except the last person that received it. So Terry gets the stressful and joyful opportunity of figuring out. Joyful opportunity of figuring out who gets it next. And so I'll let her take over.
Well, I want to thank Jeffrey. I'm sorry I wasn't here last month to receive it because it's such an honor. I've been here almost 9 years, my team, and I cannot tell you, all of you make us so much better. So as Liza said as well, I mean, this is just all of us together working. So thank you for that, for everyone. And I am honored to pass this along. This is so exciting for me. I wanted to make sure I could remember everything that I wanted to say about this special person. So I wrote down a few things. From the moment you meet this person, you know she is very special. She has worked very hard and has made a great impact in a very short amount of time. She travels the world by closing $1 million deals. I'm not sure how she does it all. She not only helps other agents with all that are around her, she shares time with her nonprofit work and opens her home for fundraising, gives others encouragement, and will drop anything to help. She's an incredible mentor. Jerry Valentine would be so proud of her. I'm not sure how she could have any better month, but she just did. And I'm so proud to pass this to our very own Eliza.
Oh, Miss Terry Borklin, thank you so, so much. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you for your support and your you are such a mentor, and I'm super grateful, and I'm very taken back by this. And thank you all so much. It's really, really an honor to be a part of it in business with you and everything else. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Likewise. There's a little something in here for you. Are you away right now?
I'm not.
You'll have
Long
to-
story short, my brother's in town and his truck got in a huge mud pile this morning, and he was going to meet a friend, so I loaned him my car this morning. So I was supposed to be there. I am giving you the biggest hug, and I adore you. Thank you so much.
I love you.
Awesome.
And you'll use this, what's in here, to see.
I have a good feeling about that. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. That's significant with this. All right. Gonna do a little bit of nitty gritty details. So who in here knew there was a August listing contest or August contest going on? 1, 2, like 3 or 4 people. It was a little under the radar. We had an amazing complicated point system. I know, because I racked all the points up last night. It was fun. I had a spreadsheet. There were 1s and 0s and formulas and things like that. This is basically what we had. So we were looking for listings, closings, buyer agreements, under contracts, classes attended, joining in committees, agents, referrals to the office. First place gets. We're gonna buy them all 24 hours of their CE credits for the CE shop. That's pretty cool. A little Amazon gift certificate, and then the top team will sponsor some sort of top golf or axe throwing or something like that for team building. Come see Becky to work that out. See what I did there? All right. So after calculating a lot of points, and this did take some effort from everybody, and here we are. So the top team was Elizabeth Zamora's team. And if you don't know what team you're on, then you should probably know what ALC member calls you maybe once a month or so. That's whose team you're on, because that's your love list. So these are our ALC members: Elizabeth, Chris, Eliza, Lindsay, Ryan, Penny, Jeff, Joe, and Karen. Elizabeth Zamora's team had a fantastic run, although just barely eked by my team. And Eliza was short up behind it, Lindsay. So we pulled all these numbers together. No, I do not have individual stats for everybody on this presentation. I do technically in a spreadsheet, and I'm happy to share that later, but we will chat about that later and go after the individual winners as we pull those stats together. I want to get to this next thing. I'm sorry, I skipped that slide. We're going to run another contest because we like competition, right? This one's going to be a little bit longer. We're going to award the prizes at our holiday party in December. So we will be passing around details. Again, our ALC will be reaching out to their love list. It'll be basically around listings and solds and referrals. So let's gather some energy in and around that, and let's make the Q4 roll in, and yeah, that's what's going to bring and make the Christmas party even more fun. A little competition, little yes, ma'am.
Do you have the date of the Christmas party yet?
No.
Always like to get that
I
on.
know. Ask Marnie. She'll
I so appreciate you.
she'll know that. She'll probably know that before I.
You're my kind of girl.
If you guys didn't know, Mega Camp is right around the corner, August 23rd to 26th. There are a few of us from the office that are going to Vegas. The Austin, Texas one was canceled in person. They always had the intent to broadcast it, so everybody can attend Mega Camp from wherever they sit as long as they have internet access. They had one in Austin. Austin shut down. The city of Austin shut down a lot of their event capacities, so they shut that down. Our event in Vegas is much smaller. Austin, it was going to be 6,000 to 8,000 people. In Vegas, it's going to be like 250 people, so much smaller. They have shut down Vegas. They've closed the ticket purchasing for Vegas, correct? Okay, so if you hadn't bought your ticket for Vegas, then You can still go to Vegas, you just can't come to our event.
You can still get online tickets.
Yes,
so we can
that's where I was
watch it
going.
Virtually and not go to Vegas.
Right, so Mega Camp is still online, it's virtual. One of the best things about it being virtual, I know not a whole lot of people love to just sit in front of their computer all day long and watch something. But with the purchase of the ticket, you get access to all of the data, all the information, all the sessions for like another 2 months. So you can pick them up as you go, you can go watch more. And just to give a short example, like the 5 can't miss sessions. Clash of the Closers, this is actually a contest they've been doing for the past like month and a half, having scripting battles in these some morning sessions and getting winners. And so the very last final is going to be there. That'll be pretty awesome to watch these people that are really, really good talkers, excellent at their scripts, and the right people to model and posture yourself after, so that yeah, so you see how the big ones do it, and that'll be pretty awesome. Lead generation, a high demand market, so that's what are we in? We're in a fairly high demand market right now, so awesome. New homes, new opportunities. KW is actually partnering with a new home program to give us a little bit better inroads in new home. More information on that later. Leadership at every level, clear path to financial freedom. This is only 5 of probably the 25 different breakout sessions that exist. And so you would have access to all of that kind of stuff for 6 to 8 weeks after Mega Camp to be able to watch and just gather that energy and gather that information. So I highly recommend, go online. You can still register it. What is registration right now?
Oh,
$120 or something like
I
that?
don't remember. I believe it goes up.
It goes up on the
So-
20th.
Is that-
Yes. I think it goes up to $199.
But before you move on to the new home thing, can I just remind everybody that since Scott is holding the fort next week while we're all gone. And Monica's gonna kind of help get people paid for us. Yet it's super important that you have a DA to title in order to get paid. So if you have a closing between now and the end of the month, I need your commission submitted by Thursday of this week, so I can get that done, because then you'll still get paid even while we're gone.
Everybody get that? Everybody in Zoom land get that? Somebody say yes.
Yes.
No, all right.
Yep.
If you have
Show
a
me the
closing,
money.
yeah, if you have a closing next week, you should already have your DA. If you don't, you need to submit for it so that we can get that done, because when we're out, that won't happen.
Yeah, you should have it submitted 7 to 10 days before a closing, any time of the year. I'm going to be going on vacation in September too, so keep them coming, please.
Submit early, submit often. No.
Yes, or checks.
Yeah. Awesome. This is the new homes. They put it out there. We have a partner with Legacy International. The details of it, I'm actually still pretty foggy on as far as what it's doing exactly for us. But what it is, it's our relationship with the new build, knowing that new build, especially in the Phoenix area, we are a high new build population. We have lots of land and we grow. That's how we grow. Having those relationships with builders so that we can get out there and utilize them just on a higher level. We can utilize them right now, right? Every agent knows you can sell homes, whether they've been there for 50 years or whether they're brand new. We can go out there and represent them. What this is going to do is give us better leverage and a bigger stature in the new build community. So that's what they're going after. There is more information on KWB Connect. If you go to KWB Connect /page/new homes, or just type in new homes in the search, you'll get to hear. Gary's got a great video. I'm going to skip it for time. And it just establishes our place in the new build community. Keller Mortgage has a special thing. We have interest rates reduced 0.125% below the eliminated adverse market refinance fee. That is a horrible name of whatever that is. Anybody out there looking to refi, values have gone up. They want to tap into some of that cash that has the equity that has become a part of their house right now. It's a great plan. It's probably one of the least expensive ways to do this, right? So you can get in there, no lender fees. They process things fast. They do They do process refis at the same rate as sales, right? Now they do, there was a lot of times where people were, lenders were either prioritizing refis or prioritizing sales, and refis were sitting on the back burner for 60, 90 days. They've reorganized that and put some teams in charge so that your refis happen at the same rate. So world-class experience. They are good folks. They run a tight ship. If you need a referral to a specific Keller Offers agent, many agents in here have many of our Billboard partners have Keller Offers agents that we work directly with. So we can give you that referral. Another couple of updates within Command, within our stuff. We have campaigns for teams. If you have a team, now we have team campaigns. That's cool. If you don't have a team, then this doesn't mean anything to you. But if you do, then instead of running campaigns under one individual user, now we have campaigns that are able to be used throughout the teams. Also, DocuSign forms, autofill. So who uses opportunities and then it goes into DocuSign's uses rooms right now?
Here.
Yeah, all right. So up to this point, you needed to go into you need to go into opportunities, launch into your rooms, and you have a blank set. You got to go pick out all the documents necessary. Well, now I have mapped some of the required documents, like your listing contracts, your agency input form, that kind of stuff, in Command over to DocuSign, meaning when you open up that room for the first time, those documents are already going to be there. Those forms will auto-populate in that room. So that's a step saver. That's probably I don't know, depending on how fast you are, that's probably a 10 or 20 minute saver as far as time and confusion. It's just going to throw those docs right in there.
Does it change any of the way we write on those documents, such as
No.
having the text box over?
No,
Okay,
no, because it just loads the form in that's associated with it.
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So Elizabeth, she called me up this morning, wondering what this little these little new blue DS squares were. She's on top of it. We also have our summer 21 personally branded zine. So I don't utilize this enough, and I think we should. We have this beautiful magazine that's built for us that we can go in and customize slightly and produce a fantastic, and it could be a zine, so it could be online, or you can PDF it and print it out and bind it. It's a good looking product. So for those of you who are using marketing, using collateral as a part of your tool, part of your lead generation tool, this is something that puts you head and shoulders above almost every realtor out there. I can go log into Command, hop in here, make sure it's got my name and my information in the right spots, print it out, and have I don't know, anywhere from an 18 to 30 page magazine that's me, right? I can do that every month. Every quarter they put out a new one that's pretty awesome. All right.
Chris,
Yeah.
can you back up on that? I'm not familiar with that. Are you saying that they put the information in there about what's going on nationally in the real estate market?
Yes.
And then we slap our name on it?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yes. And it's a beautifully designed, graphically, laid out, all that kind of stuff. So it is a fantastic product that we have for free, price of admission at our fingertips to just go hit print and go. It's a pretty cool product. All right. So Scott, with stats driving our market a lot, I wanted to leave plenty of time this session to talk about this. So
Are you ready for me?
I am. So I was going to dive into the market in a moment, but I thought, this is market in a moment. It's market right now. So I'm ready to hand this over to you.
Okay, so let's do a quick mastermind with all of our affiliate partners, because we have a lot of them today. So
Yes.
be ready. It's all participatory. We're going to start with Lisa. Lisa, I asked you a question the first time you were in this room. I said, tell me your goals. What do you want to accomplish? And you had courage. And you said, I want to grow X number of market centers or offices, including this one. Have you achieved that goal?
I would say I'm still working on that goal.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you realize you become a pillar in our office?
Yeah.
Do you recognize that? So in the spirit of power versus strength, you understand that you are vital to us. Are you good with that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. how have you grown in your leadership since the first time you stepped in this office?
I think that-
And by the way, this is a safe room, transparent.
Sure, yeah, I always feel safer. I would say by the events and things and you know, what impacts me the most is how leadership introduces me to people in the market center that don't know me. And there are no other brokerages that introduce me in the way you guys introduced me. And so I think that the events, you know, the mini leadership program that we did, you know, Chris's party, the YP event last week, I just think that I can show leadership skills in the way, you know, planning and participating.
So here's McLean, somebody I've known. McLean, I'm going to embarrass you just for a little bit. It's all with love, okay? All right. So I want you to envision McLean in his cowboy boots and a diaper, sitting on the front step of his house. He's probably 18 months old. And I have Sam, who's just 6 months older than McLean. And I'm driving down the street for the first time, and here's McLean just stepping out the front of the house, and he's in the diapers, cowboy boots, and he needed to use the bathroom. And I just caught a glimpse of that happening off the front porch. It was beautiful. It is forever burned in a long memory. Now, I told you that story because now, is McLean already unforgettable to you? Right? And he has been one of Sam's best friends for many, many years. His family's been a pillar of strength in our lives. It was McLean's mom who saved Sarah's life. Just let that sit in for a second. That's who I call when she was sick. So is it now just become unforgettable? All right. So we use the phrase here a lot. When it's hard, when you really need help, who can you call? I'll leave that there. Back to you, Lisa. At some point, you went from being participatory to having enough abundance to go, oh, I can do just a little bit more, and you give a hand up. Fair. Fair. What point in your life, can you name a time where you're like, I so do this job well enough that I can lift others? I no longer am brand new like McLean is, learning that I can actually lift others. Remember that point?
I do. I think it was when we had no kids in the house. Both kids were at college.
Okay.
And I had a lot more time.
Yep.
And I kind of consciously thought, okay, how am I going to spend this time and so, you know, not just work events, but other events. I do things with a lot of people outside of work type things, but I still know them through work just to kind of mentor and give them.
And you get more
Share.
joy from getting your paycheck from Advantage Home Inspection, or sometimes do you get more joy from lifting others?
Definitely lifting others.
Okay, can you feel the types of questions that are coming to the rest of you? Okay,
And Stacy is.
Stacy's on?
Is on now.
Okay. So Terry, property management's been a pillar of strength in our market center for basically 9 years. When we made a decision we needed property management, KW didn't really support that. But the market of the moment was, hey, I want to use you to buy a house, but do you do the rental part too? Because I want to go with the same brokerage. So Faye and I made a decision that we were going to go outside the box of KW, bring in a property management team. And we said, let's go find culture. And we'll help them all we can with the rest. And we found you and Will. And so it has been a joy from that
Found
standpoint.
you too.
Amen. Okay. So now,
My very good friend. told us last time.
thank you, Jennifer. So my question is, what do you see in property management in the next 12 to 24 months with the rise of home prices? There's still the shortage of property, the amount of people moving here. and the amount of competition for rentals. What are you seeing and what can you share with everybody to raise their knowledge bar?
Prices are raising, obviously, and we continue to. We have seen, of course, as always, in some areas, just a little bit of stabilization. It's going to be very difficult for people who aren't working. It's just like we will rent out. We manage 7 units in one community in Scottsdale, and literally every new listing, they're coming vacant at the same time. They're very close. We're just, all right, let's go. $50 more, $100 more. And I have like 20 applications. And so it's getting really difficult also with agents, because what we see is the whole buying side is also, people are so eager. We have applicants that will apply for 3 homes, process, they're approved, and then they're gone. Like, oh no, we picked another home. That never used to happen. So our industry too is just changing so much. We have so many owners that have sold. So we get really, really busy transitioning out and transitioning owners. And so in terms of the focus, we're just like in real estate, we have to keep on growing what we do in terms of technology. We have whole different platforms and staying at the top of the market. Calibrams is part of that.
So those who don't know, in the spirit of NARPM is like best in class for training property management. They have a whole division for that. If you were a commercial agent and you're working on your CCIM, that would be the same type of thing. So Will and Terry not only have great culture, and their team has great culture, and they're just committed to excellence. So when I started the little mastermind before the meeting started, I said, the crazy stuff that's happening, that's real life. People applying for 3 different houses, all the rates of rent are going up. Have people come to you say, hey, we'll pay $100 per month above, and we'll pay the whole year's rent in advance. We'll pay like on day 1.
That's a really good question. And that's hard because our process, like Scott was saying, through NARPM and through GLO, we process first come, first served basis to be fair. That also keeps us out of trouble with fair housing.
Oh, by the way, I appreciate that.
He does. It's mutual. So that's difficult, right? And when we take on a new owner, we tell them our process. So when someone, if we have, that's okay. We can accept someone like that who wants to go ahead and offer more. But if we already have an application in, we start with the one that we have in, because that's what we marketed at. But it's okay if they don't qualify and we go on to the one that wants to pay more, great. So everything we do has a reason and a process, and like you said, it's best practice. And one thing I do want to share with you too is that it was kind of funny last week. The team and I were like, wow, these owners, like they're getting so detailed and particular, and they want to review all the marketing. Well, Will's like, you know what, we've had a shift. A lot of our investors have sold. We're taking on more individual owners. They're a lot more hands-on. I'm like, we had it so easy. And I was like, oh my
I
gosh.
didn't even know it.
They want to review the lease. What? No, we signed that for you. You know, there's just, so for us, it's just like you know, it's just always in transition. We're so grateful to be here and to be able to be part of this office and grow that way. So.
And if I didn't say it, I'll say it one more time. So the gentleman called about the $200 referral check. That is just crazy. So Beth, it's been, I'm going to guess, about 3 years, give or take.
Yeah.
You've been with Landmark.
Yes.
So,
Well, I've been Landmark almost 4 now.
okay,
but
okay.
here,
okay. So now teach us about the market as a whole. Hover over all of Maricopa County with us. Give a little insight to the group. Right now, the Biltmore corridor is a little bit slower than the peripheral part of our metro in terms of units sold. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes.
And is that because of the new homes being built
Um,
on the peripheral?
I don't know, it's all new homes. Just going by our office, it's not necessarily new construction. My roof is in another area.
That's what I'm saying. So the peripheral part have more units under contract
Yes.
than the Biltmore does. And the Biltmore had more units under contract as a percent, say 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah. It
Does
was,
this make sense, everybody?
it's totally, yeah.
Everybody in Zoom land, you understand that? Somebody say yes. A live question, everybody. There we go.
Yes.
Ah! And so can you share just a little bit of insight about the metro? Why is something happening a little bit, number of units being sold in the peripheral versus the heart of the Paradise Valley? Yeah.
Well, you're being tough. Let's see.
No. Just common sense.
Well, I mean, price points. for
Price
one.
point, 100%. What
because
else?
Paradise Valley is higher price point.
Do the people in Paradise Valley, if you can own a Paradise Valley at 3 million, chances are you have a second home someplace else?
Yes.
Or if it's 110 degrees out or a storm like this, or am I at the other place? Yeah, okay, all right.
Absolutely.
That's common sense. Keep going.
I know. Okay. So I also, well, we just have so many resale in the East Valley, in the West Valley.
Yeah.
Is booming like crazy. I mean, they're triple what the rest of the valleys do, at least at our company. I
Roger
know
that.
That's like,
Elizabeth, can you validate that in Zoom land? Is the West Valley just on fire in terms of units?
Yes, it is. Are you meaning for more of them coming to the market, or are you
Yeah,
still
just-
on
just
like how
in-
quickly they're going?
Just in general. So the price point, average sale price is probably what, 325 to 450, give or take?
Yes, and 325 is like a smacking deal out here anymore. I see them sitting on the market more days now.
And what's more days? You're going from what, 715 to 25?
Going from being sold well and coming soon to maybe like 10 days on market before they're getting an offer. I attribute that to just more homes on the market.
Dialed in. Thank you for that, Elizabeth.
that's true on the East Valley too.
Dialed in. Okay, so Beth, quickly, what's one thing that you need to achieve between now and Christmas that this room and the people on Zoom land could help you with? Be courageous.
All right, well, would be meeting with more agents here.
Meeting with more
I
agents.
work with a lot of agents, but the opportunity to get with even more agents
Okay.
and see how I can help them out and help them their business and help them like a win-win.
Stacy on Zoom land, are you there?
She was here. She just dropped out.
Okay. So we had a list of new agents. Marnie, can we make sure that we get that to our affiliate partners so they have their contact information? So, okay, all right. Kim, you have a property and everything checks out of the inspection, and then the freezer doesn't work. What happens when that happens?
Post sale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if there is a home warranty.
Yeah.
Then they would place a service request with Old Republic. And we would assign a in-network contractor to come out and diagnose what's wrong with it. If it's coverable, then we fix it.
Fantastic. So Summer, I gotta believe you haven't had much time off with all the air conditioners, right?
Nope.
So where are you going on your vacation, and is that in like October?
I would love to be taking a vacation, but I don't have one planned yet.
Okay,
Yes.
but when do you really get to catch your breath when the air conditioning season kind of slows down? for you?
I would say, October.
October?
Yeah.
And then what's on your Christmas wish list from Santa?
Work wiser.
Whatever you want to hear.
Okay, well, I'm really ready to do some remodeling in my house, and we're so close. But we have, we're working towards financial freedom kind of to get there. So,
All right. Okay, so who can you have an intelligent conversation with about?
Well, I've had it.
Oh, you
We
have?
have, yeah,
Okay, good,
yeah.
okay. But
Yeah.
Lisa Vandenberg has done a great job with that.
Mhm.
Okay. McLean, so it's Christmas, not 2021, it's Christmas 2022. Where have you hunted quickly? And then what is your goal to achieve
in work?
Be in Wyoming in October.
What are we hunting for? Moose. Okay.
And then other than that, I think just over the counter around here or something.
Okay.
Come around Christmas 2022.
This is in front of God and everybody here.
Yep. I'd like to have 20 agents that I have deep relationships with and be able to close 2 to 3 deals.
2 to 3. Okay. All right. Stacy jumped off.
Yes, you did.
Okay. So I'm going to have a very quick, candid statement. Okay. So McLean is getting his license in lending. By the way, what's the current interest rate right now?
Depends on your credit score.
So 750 credit score.
750 credit score, 5% down conventional at the low limit, 548, 250, probably 3.1, 3.2.
Dialed in. That's a 30-year fixed. 15. So McLean, he's picking between company A and company B. Now, how ironic, it's homeowners financial, yes? It is. Do you have a relationship with homeowners financial? Does he know that? How ironic that these two sat next to one another and there was a connection. So spend a minute if you can afterwards. And so McLean says to me, hey, I'm going to get my lending capability and I want to know if I can be your office lender. Now, is that a courageous question? I thought it was awesome. So I respect that. And what I wanted to point out to you with this little exercise, which we normally don't do, I just want you to know that these people have been in the trenches with us when it's hard. For some as much as 10 years. And I'm a very loyal person. We're very loyal to them. They're loyal in exchange back to us, right? So Kim, please know, I send a note to Gwen every couple of years, your CEO up in west part of the United States, western part of the United States. We have deep relationships with a lot of these companies, right? And for the long-term play, knowing that 80% of the agents that do get their license don't renew in 2 years. People in this room, people on our bus, staying long-term, relationships, loyalty matters so that when it's hard and you really need help, you get help. So I thank you all for this exercise. Do I have a couple slides on the market? I do. Okay. This is yesterday, 5583. Oh my God, what are we doing with so many houses for sale? Skippy dance, right? So good. All right. Now the solds in the last 30 days is 6821, which is slightly down. Now, is that pretty typical? You don't have to take a picture. We'll get you the slide deck. Good with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So last 30 days, 6821. What month are we in? This is closing from what we went under contract 30 days ago, right? So 4th of July happened. We had some vacations, schools came back. Is this pretty typical? Yes. It is, right? But under contract, just under 10,000, we're still burning it up. Our absorption rate is at 130%. So we're still everything we have in the market today and 30% of next month's inventory. Now, I want to spend a little time here in the bottom left quadrant. Is everybody in Zoom land? Can they see this real quick? Live question.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so sold to list ratio. So when you see the blue line go horizontal, that's February of 2020, and it comes across at 100%. We stayed there for almost 9 months. And then we surged over 100%. And we went up about 5 months starting in February, and we peaked in June of this year at 103% average sale price, sale to list price, 103%. That's every single house averaging over 103%. Now, at the same time, in concert, Maricopa County is up 32% in the last 12 months. That's a true statement. Statistics don't lie, Eliza, but liars use statistics.
Liars use statistics.
Yeah, but that's a true statement, 32%. And we're still selling at 103%. So while you can see the peak, yes, that's what I want to illustrate to everybody. I want everybody to be comfortable with that. we're now gliding back down to 100% on average of list price. Sky's not falling, we're over asking. We're up 32%. At some point, we had to slow. Interest rates, McLean at 3.1, 30-year fix, 5% down, 750 credit score. Did I hear you correctly?
Sir.
I was taking notes. People want to buy, right? And they can't afford to buy. But there's a leveling going on in the market. That is the best descriptor I have for all of you to enjoy. Okay, now the bottom right graph, the far three left graphs, you can see the leveling in a visual of average to mean sale price. So there's a leveling going on. Chris, I just have a handful of slides more. Oh, I can drive. Yeah. I love to drive. Okay, so this is all Maricopa County, 32.6% median sale price increase in the last 12 months. Our listings, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, is down only 16.5% from a year ago. A year ago is when we really started cresting downward in our inventory. We had 6636 active listings in July of last year. We're at 5533. It's only down 16%. In the next 6 months, it's going to slide out to almost even. Okay, this is the takeaway. At some point, we're going to slow this down. Okay, days on market. Elizabeth, you had a great contribution about being sold the day one of coming soon to 7 days on the market. This is going to climb just a little bit, but compared to a year ago, our days on market are down 47% compared to a year ago. This is what the numbers say behind the scene, and I want to celebrate on a couple quick things here. So active listings 5539, top left in the blue. Sold listings 7239. Of course, I want to point this out, and I've been doing this the last couple months. So we sold 7239 in the last 30 days as of yesterday. But our new listings are at 9134. This is the biggest single climb we've had in 19 months. We're stacking more inventory active than we are selling. At this rate, is it going to take us a couple years to get out? It'll probably take us 18 months at this rate to get out. But if we had some tragic national global event happen, could that happen even faster? What's happening in Afghanistan? Okay, all right. Something affects interest rate, yeah, 100%. What I want to celebrate on this graph is this. So this is what anybody who's working with buyers and or sellers, this works both ways, and it's beautiful. You can say, true statement, as of yesterday, we had 5539 active listings in Maricopa County only, not Pinal. These aren't the listings we have in the White Mountains or in Mexico or any place else. This is just Maricopa County. But that inventory is up almost 30%, 29.23% from just a month ago. 3 months ago, it's up 41%. That was really the lowest part of our inventory. We dipped under 3,000 listings twice. Excuse me. 6 months ago, it's up 38%, but compared to a year ago, it's still down 16%. Give us another quarter, and our inventory is going to be much higher than what we had. Good with that? Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the pinnacle of low inventory. For those people who've always been wanting to sell and they just have too much fear, I don't know where I'm going to go. There's a loosening in the market. And if you have a seller who goes ahead and lists and sells, that's just one more that gets on the market that 3 months ago had fear. Fix and flip, 8.8%. All Maricopa County combined, just under 9% of homes are being flipped. That is a business model, okay? And then if you want to study hard in the gray in the bottom, you'll see, let's for instance take $500,000 to $700,000 MOS months of sales of inventory, 0.86 months, 0.55, 0.52. Sell to list price STL was 103.2, 103.2, now down to 102.4. But we've added basically a full more week of inventory. Okay. All the while, we've raised prices by 30%. All right, so this is a great graph visually on the solds. This is what I'm trying to illustrate here for you. Sales volume, average sale price, median sale price. Notice the leveling that's happening right here. That's what I want, the black and the orange. This is a visual of prices starting to level. And this is at the all of Maricopa County combined, and it's still north of 240 a square foot and under 260. Now, cumulative days on market. Elizabeth, here we go again. I just wanted people to see graphically the sale, the lift we have. We bottomed out in May at an average of, gosh, that's about 18, and we're currently at about 21. But visually, you can see the lift we're having right here. We have troughed out basically in May of this past year. This is what's happened sale to list price in the last 24 months. And you're seeing these, they're just touching right on top of one another. 102, 103% here now, just over 100, 101 basically. And this is part of that leveling. I have two more slides and then I have this part of my conversation done. What I have here is a quick update from MAG, Maricopa Association of Governments. What I wanted to point out was, and this is coming back to you, Beth, on the peripheral, Queen Creek had the highest percent of growth, 126%, and housing growth, 129% in Maricopa County. Bless you. Did everybody know that? That was news to me. It's huge. That is significant, okay? Vacancy dropped from 13 down to 9. If you have a property and it's a rentable property, across the board on any given month, 13% are vacant in transition. That's dropped all the way down to 9%. Is it a good time to be a homeowner investor with a rental property, condo, townhome, single family? It is. Does it look like it's going to change? Is there a point where people that don't have a house, that the prices are going to get so high that they're going to be locked out of being a homeowner their whole life? Here, right. Forever is gone are the days that Arizona is a low-cost alternative to the West Coast. We've moved into elite status from that standpoint, for sure. Okay. Now, I'm thinking of my boy Sam coming out of the military, right? He saved a lot of money for being in the military, but prices have gone up a lot. So, true story. Sam is talented when it comes to helicopters, and Boeing has a big plant in Mesa. I said, Sam, let's go get you a 3-bedroom, 2-bath rental property for $150. Put X down, rent it, and then when you're out, you'll have a place to live. And if you do happen to work for Boeing on the Apache, you're right in the mix of things. Yeah, Dad, but I really want a new motorcycle. Okay. So he bought not a used motorcycle, he bought a brand new motorcycle, which was totaled in about 7,000 miles, which then he didn't double down. He just bought a bigger used Harley and spent even more money. Now he's a kid and he loves life, and 2 wheels, what goes like this: 4 wheels moves your body, 2 wheels moves your soul, and being on a motorcycle moves his soul. So now as he's getting ready to get out, he's like, hey, Dad, that house in Mesa, can we go do that? I go, oh, yeah, it's about $450. 3 years ago, $150, $175. Good with that. That's a whole different conversation. Is a population moving into that direction? Now, we have iBuyers with Open Door, became very valid. And by the way, my own personal belief is We Buy Ugly Houses was the first iBuyer. Okay. Open Door made it valid. Zillow followed along. Now you got Homey and offers and different. Are there more people coming to that party? Mm-hmm. There are, right? Now with the amount of money you can glean, does everybody want to have 2, 3, 5 properties that they own? What is the sweetest spot, Chris?
300.
$300,000. That is a sweet spot. And if we just keep buying those at record rate to the point where that $300,000 home is now $450, we're going to forever lock those people out. And then just for the benefit of everybody, especially like Elizabeth, if you want to know Buckeye versus Surprise versus Sun City West, or Queen Creek, or any of that, this has got a quick update on population, housing units, and number of occupied and number of vacant. And I pulled out the heart of this, and I wanted to pull out Phoenix. Here we've got 1,600 doors. I'm sorry, 1.6 million people, 600,000 units, 500,000 are occupied, 580. And that was the latest MAG piece. So just to give you some knowledge about what does each one of our primary, secondary cities equal. Those are my stats for today, Chris. Any questions about the market of the moment? Because this is our run rest. This is our last resting point between now and November. I guarantee you there will be a gun firing next week that will surge between now and November at Thanksgiving. That there's a loosening of the market. A few more listings will come on board. That's why we're doing the listing contest now. What else are you seeing out there? What else do you want to close and convey to the rest of the group, everybody? Live question.
Mine's a pretty deep rabbit hole, so I don't know if it's.
Take a stab at it. We'll see if we'll give you some time.
I haven't seen anyone analyze the behavior of the iBuyers to kind of what their strategy is by going 57,500 over ask.
Plus, they're not in the MLS statistics. Yeah. So it'd be nice to see what percentage of the market they are taking and what their price per square foot is comparative to the MLS, because they are definitely making an impact.
And there's gonna be a difference between their purchase price that shows up on the MLS or whatever. And their
Okay, in the spirit of McLean and Terry, seat to next to one another. At the strat planning meeting last week, I sat next to Paul, the circle graphs, the 5 infographics. Paul is on my right, and the person, Jeff, from the Informatics company, which collects all the state data of all transactions. Doesn't have to go through MLS. That's who I had breakfast with on Tuesday morning. My mind was blown, right? And so I know I can go right back to Jeff, ask that question. Good with that? Yeah. That's an easy ask, and I'll get that for you. Why would iBuyers want to pay so much over asking? Anybody else want to take a crack at it?
Market share data.
Market share data. There's value that they glean from more just the buying and selling of the home. So I pay X dollars for the home, I sell it for Y dollars. But if I generate revenue from the commission of the buy sell, if I make it through title, I make it through lending.
right. There's also a little bit of manipulation of the way that the commissions and all that work within that purchase price too, where it doesn't look the same way that traditional.
Roger that. Roger that. So I'm going to call it multiple streams of income. Now, given a choice, would those people like to? Let me back up to this. I'm a team in Salt Lake City. And my team did 40 houses last year. And my goal this year is 80. I'm going to add people and add marketing. But what if an iBuyer comes in and they go, wow, we don't want you to have 40. We don't want you to get to 80. We'd like to knock you back on your heels to 32, to 25. Is that a strategy? Now, how many agents out of the 43,000, how many do 4 or less a year? Majority? I need a more accurate percent. It's right at 50% do 4 or less. Okay, 4 or less. Okay. If you ask a different question, how many do 1 or 2? It's probably in the 40% range. Okay. All right. So 4 or less. But what if I just take them from 4 down to 2? Can I get that person out of the business? Probably.
Get it to where it's not worth keeping your.
Yeah. And so now, instead of having 40,000 subscribers, what if there was only 28,000 subscribers? Now, I'm not saying that's their official strategy. I'm just saying that is a strategy, hub and spoke. And I think it's brilliant to even think like that. So Gary Keller, previewing Mega Camp, said, ladies and gentlemen, your knowledge, your guidance, your voice has never been more important to the buyer and or seller. They need you more than ever. Just so you know, we peaked at 90% transactions use a realtor. We peaked, that was the all-time ever high tracked by NAR. What is the current percent of buyers and sellers using a realtor today? Knowing that it peaked at 90.
In what year?
Right now, today. How many people in this market with iBuyers and all that other stuff use a realtor? Somebody have courage and just give me a number. 60, good guess, higher.
82.
82, higher.
88.
88, higher.
Oh, wow.
89. We're 1% off the all-time high. People using a realtor on the buy and sell. And Gary was very candid setting up for Mega Camp. This time has never been more important to guide them out of house A and into house B and or into house A. They're just getting their first home. They need our guidance.
For sale by owner, could never navigate that.
Oh,
right
shit.
now.
No. No. Okay.
See, my renters coming, just down on Star,
I did not.
I rent.
there's a company, which obviously is, I mean, no doubt it would happen, but
I renter.
it's a company, it's called Nomad.
Oh, yes, I've definitely heard of Nomad. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, any other final closing questions? We're a little bit over time. I apologize for that. For those of you interested, we're doing a caravan. We're leaving here no later than 11. And we're going to go see Chris's listing right down the street. No, we're going to see Karen's because you're
Right.
client. Okay, we're going down the street to Karen's.
Yeah.
Roger that. I wish I would have grabbed the picture of Sam's truck buried to the axle. I mean, it's not like a little bit. I mean, the bottom of the truck is on the cobblestone stones and the tires are to the middle of the wheel in the mud. And it's just like a tipping point. It went here and down. So there'll be a lot of cleanup and. Any other closing thoughts today? I appreciate everybody participating like you did.
Up there in Zoom land, and who's to add in? Everybody good? Oh, Stella and Jeffro.
Stella, congratulations. We'll be celebrating you later this month for sure. McLean, hope you grab just a nugget of wisdom out of here today. And everybody have a good rest of the week out there in the world.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Kim, no, I'm not